Broadcasting live from the mixed-up world of Hyrule, this is the Link to the Past Randomizer Tournament 2024. Hello, everybody. My name is Dr. Botastic, and joining me on commentary tonight is Phoenix. Phoenix, how you doing?
I'm doing well, and I am looking forward to see another race in the group stage of the main tournament. It's ARabidWombat against Tenit. We are playing open, and let's see what happens.
All right. So, from what I can tell on the, at least from what I can tell on the standings, it looks like that if Tenit wins this race, she will win, or she will make it to the brackets in second place. If Tenit loses this race, then Tenit will also have to play another race against Zelga Disan, and if Zelga Disan loses that, there will be a three-way tie for second place in this group.
Ooh. So this will mean ARabidWombat needs a victory.
So ARabidWombat needs to win, and if you are pulling for Lana Bean, you also want ARabidWombat to win to make the three-way tie possible. But if you're a fan of Tenit, if Tenit wins, she will automatically qualify. So hopefully, Tenit's probably going to want to try to take care of business today, but you never know.
So just to be clear, victory for Wombat will mean a possible tiebreaker, and a victory to Tenit will means we got the two runners for the brackets.
All right, we have started the run here. We've got both runners going for the Sanctuary start with 10 arrows, and we see 2 crystals and a pendant. That's a red pendant over at Eastern Palace, and then the 1 and 7 crystals at the other 2 dungeons. So, no special crystals or pendants yet.
So this will mean Eastern is nearly vanilla.
Yep.
Just change the color.
Mm-hmm.
We are using the crab to collecting some bombs. Makes sense when we are thinking about cake. And
you see 3
lumberjack.
bombs on a crab, you're going to be pretty happy with that.
And
unfortunately, that half magic on lumberjack is not what you want to see. Just means you're not going to get it. That's what it means.
I just wanted to say, if this is not needed for Darkwell, we will never see this half magic.
And even then, it would be exceedingly rare for someone to go out of their way to pick that up,
We got $50 a mushroom spot.
And so ARabidWombat falling into the hideout, and we'll see if we continue or not. It's free bombs, so we take those, because why not?
Yes, of course.
Tenit having just enough space for those 3 bombs. Now, another thing, we have, we've got the bottle vendor coming up here, and you'll want to get 100 rupees to do that. Luckily, within Blind's Hut and the well, there are guaranteed to be 50 more rupees. So,
yes. Talking about blind hideout, here we are. More bombs. Piece of love. More bombs. More bombs.
Okay, we get it. There's explosives available in this scene. Yes. Are you okay?
And $20 in the bank.
All right, that'll That'll alleviate any concerns about money for the immediate future. Although, of course, it's very possible you may want to hit up Zora at some point. Okay, there's a glove in the well. That is something you definitely need to complete this.
Yes.
As we're doing open mode, and the Moon Pearl, yet another thing you need.
So, only a hammer or mitts needed, and we get Dark World access.
Alright, Bottle Vendor turning out to be mostly useless again. But that is something you don't want to accidentally leave behind. And ARabidWombat with the chicken toss.
And we got a cane, but the wrong color.
Yep. Good old Cane of Burna. Not super relevant, but there are a few things in logic that want you to have that cane.
Yes. For example, Spike Cave.
Mm-hmm.
But Burner also means we got a protective item, which can also deal some damage.
Yeah, the Cane of Burna is pretty good for certain things. That's a sword on the library, which is, shall we say, an interesting turn of events, because we will need to find boots to get that.
Yes. And we got 20 rupees on race game.
I'm looking in chat. I'm seeing the best advice I've seen. Also, the whole thing from Dogdo there, just saying, just go to where the things are. I think that that pretty much is the correct strategy. Unfortunately, the lack of knowledge about where the things are is kind of what makes it difficult.
The glass open us. Back of escape.
Mm-hmm. Alright, we found a map, and we found a key, and we found a piece of heart. So, you could theoretically go for Dark Cross this way, but I probably wouldn't. And well, okay. I guess we don't need to go to Dark Cross in the dark, because we now have a lamp. Actually, one of the vanilla locations for that lamp. So,
yes.
And you note I say one of the vanilla locations, because there's actually 3 places that'll show up if it's the first one of those you open.
Link's house, Zelda's cell, or here just next to the uncle.
Mm-hmm.
And now we got some diversions. We got Eve on the uncle. And on Tenet's side, we will see now the South Shore.
Ooh, hello, hookshot sitting in the uncle's tunnel, in that other vanilla
Lamp location.
Lamp location, and a nice big magic drop there from the guards.
Yes. So now we can use Eva or Burner if we want.
We would have a little bit of a hard time using Ether right now.
Yes, of course.
Lack of sword.
Yes, of course. I forgot we need a sword.
Yeah, and don't feel bad about that, because everyone forgets that. Tenit going with the Burna strats on the first mini Moldorm here, which is pretty good, to be honest.
Yes. Yes.
And nice bomb drops from these mini Moldorms, so you can take care of it.
And talking about Burna strats, we also see it here in Hyrule Castle.
Yeah. If you remember back when we did standard randomized swords all the time, Burna used to be one of the items you would get. Burna with some magic, and you might have to do the entirety of Escape that way.
And we found the first bottle. It was a mini Moldom cave. Also the red meringue.
Alright, well, now we found both green rupees, so we got that going for us.
Are there only 2 in the item pool?
Yep.
Okay, didn't know that.
Twice as many as in Ocarina of Time. There's 2 green rupees and there's 1 single arrow. There's also 1 100 rupee, which is weird. A lot more 300s.
If I'm right, there are 5 300s in the item pool.
I believe that is correct. And there's another one from the Ice Rod Cave. So
we found one in Minimaldum Cave, second one in Ice Rod Cave.
Yeah. Honestly, if I were Tenit there, I would have been tempted to just go ahead and do the Zora checks there on account of having the Moon Pearl.
Not Waterfall, but Zora, yes. Because we don't know where are the flippers.
Yeah, but you could still do Waterfall with the Moon Pearl, though. You just fake flipper
Yes.
over there and then you go in
Yes.
and out.
Fake flipper in and water walk out.
And that's why I would have been tempted to do it, because I'm like, I've got the Pearl, I've got 500 rupees. Seems like a plan. Technically, I think with that red boomerang, you can do a splash delete, but I don't remember exactly how it works.
I remember about Samaria, Red Marine, and Bow.
Yeah, the bow is very useful for that. Usually, the only one I've ever really gotten to work is the one where you do two arrows and 2 bombs, or 3 arrows and 2 bombs. I can't remember.
And
Alright,
with
ARabidWombat gonna go climb the mountain now.
Makes sense. We got hookshot, we got the lamp. So we
Yeah.
can do the old man, we can do Spiral Cave, Paradox.
All of this is in logic, and of course, if you somehow get the Titans bits over here, you can start doing the dark side as well.
Yes.
Now, I will say I would not recommend trying to do Spike Cave right now, on account of no hammer.
That's true. Bottle number
Luckily,
2.
if you tried it, you would find out very quickly that you couldn't get through it because the hammer pegs are right there. As opposed to going in there with the hammer but not the glove, in which case you find out about 30 seconds later. It's like, oh, whoops. Oh man. Shout outs to DuckTales. That's all I'm saying.
Okay. Red Ruby
DuckTales on the moon. As the Death Mountain theme. I'm on board. Alright, ARabidWombat now headed to the east side of Death Mountain. Only on 1 heart here, so really wanting to be careful of these dead rocks, making sure not to get bodied. There we go. Into Paradox Cave, and here you'll pick up a couple of hearts, so you'll be fine.
Yes. The bombable cave, there are 2 hearts.
Okay, game, we get it. Bombs are a thing. What is up with you? Jesus Christ. Okay.
It looks like a running gag.
Apparently so. Somebody went and replaced all the bombs with, or all the big 20s with bombs, I guess. 300 more rupees here. Okay, just money and bombs again in Paradox Cave, so not great.
What a bombastic seed.
Oh boy. Alright, Dark Cross is just a big 20 there for Tenit. Oh, I have no idea how many chests have 3 bombs in them. I think it's like 14-ish.
Flippers on Floating Island.
Oh, wow. Okay. So depending on our crystal layout, you're definitely going to have that before going to Swamp Palace.
Swamp or ice?
Logically for ice, although most
Yes.
people will fake flipper it, given the chance. So if you're these runners, when you go to the Dark World and check the map, you are hoping against hope that Swamp is a pendant right now. Alright, so ARabidWombat now going for the Houlihan strats here to get that money for Zora. I also like the cave theme, how it's doing the hotel theme from Earthbound.
I mean, it would make sense to do Eastern area.
Yeah, Eastern is a good possibility.
I mean,
ARabidWombat getting to take a shortcut through the dam here because of the hook shot. Nice little trick there. Alrighty. So Tenit's now dealing with the, hot garbage that is Paradox Cave.
you mean the bomb cave?
There is that. It's the kind of thing that makes me wish I had gone to the upgrade ferry and bought a bomb upgrade at this point. Because my goodness, I'm wasting so many extra bombs.
I mean, the thing is, if you don't need bombs, you get it. If you need it, you will never see it.
There is that. That is kind of how it tend to do.
And I mean, there are good chances that we will see Soa area on Wombat's side.
Yeah, I imagine so. He went out of his way to get extra money, and now he's going to be way too well funded.
But I also understand Wombat. Do Houlihan, I mean, you don't know if you get some extra money or not.
Oh! Tenit takes a death in Spiral Cave. That's unfortunate.
Yes, it is. And it hurts.
Yeah, and Spiral Cave was the blue mail, right?
Yes, it was.
Yeah, which is double unfortunate. Alright, Tenit gonna go ahead and look at what's on the lake here. It's full heart. Which, I mean, to be honest, our runners would take that at this point if it was just handed to them. But unfortunately, that's not something you can get to at this very moment.
Get there, we need Dark World access, flippers, and a mirror. And we know where the flippers are.
Alright, so...
Where is Green Pendant?
We'll either find out or we won't. Depends on if Tenit actually asks. Oh my goodness. There's the red mail. Over on ARabidWombat. And Tenit's not even going to ask. But does find the Bombos medallion in the back of Sahasrah's closet. So that is also relevant, potentially.
You find bombers, and at the end you still need Quake. We all know
yeah.
it. Always the same.
Well, the thing is, if you find Bombos, you know what that means about the fire rod, right? It's going to be an ice palace. That's the rule.
Yet.
I mean, it's not guaranteed, of course, but it happens a pretty disproportionate amount of time.
So what
Right.
will we get from the fairy? Blue potion. That's nice.
Very nice. Free
You
blue
don't-
goo all day long.
You don't say no to a free blue goo.
And ARabidWombat now on his way over to Zora. So we'll get to see what that is. 10 arrows on the ledge, so no real important things there. And of course, one thing you gotta remember about... Oh, hey, blue boomerang. One thing you gotta remember about Zora is... Because, you know, fake flippering or water walking, things like that, is... And this is something, you know, we don't talk about that often, but it is a immediate death if you get hit while doing that. That is a hammer on Zora.
It's not directly a death, but it's a hard lock. You are stuck in water.
Yeah. So in the original game, it is a hard lock, but the randomizer developers made it easier, or they just made it where it kills you instead, so you don't have to hard lock. Just some of the good quality of life things that were put together by the dev team.
And this looks like Hera on Wombat's side.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, with the hammer, that is something you can absolutely go for.
Makes absolutely sense.
Although, I would have been a little more tempted to maybe go for Hype Cave or something like that real quick. But when you have a dungeon that you have to clear, if you got to clear it anyway, might as well.
So, and this hammer will also mean we will never see half magic.
Oh yeah. Not happening. Yeah, Zora is in logic with the glove. That's all it is.
Yes.
The other stuff up there was not in logic, but Zora absolutely.
Yes. For waterfall, logically, you need flippers. And 6 in Agina Cave.
Alright, so we've got a heart and ARabidWombat. Yeah, you're fine. Okay. I was like, wait, you're gonna die. Wait, no, you've got red nail. We're fine.
Just wanted to say. And he is using the vanilla way to the big chest.
Yeah. Honestly, when you do the Harapot thing, it's honestly just easier to do that. Really.
There is one item left.
It could be on the boss, or it could be in the 45-second waiting room.
Also known as coffee break room, tea break room, water break room, or also known as basement.
Or probably the most common name there would be tile room, or Hera tile room, you know?
Yes.
And ARabidWombat with 3 hits of the hammer, avoiding the enraged phase of Moldorm, and if we're going for that item, we are waiting in the basement.
And I'm sure he will play a basement. Yes, he will.
Going for it.
Second try for Tenit and Spiral Cave.
It's it's gonna do some real good here.
So she need to do Sora immediately.
Yeah. I think at this point, Tenit might be down to just Zora in terms of what's left.
Yes.
Alright, ARabidWombat. Big chest of Hera. Guess what? It's more bombs. Or big key chest, rather.
I called it the running gag of the seed.
I mean, whoever wrote this seed is pretty good. I mean, you rolled it. You just told the seed roller just like, hey, can you just make it hilarious? All right, we're good.
We got the reds on Pot and Swamp.
And it looked like Thieves Town was the green pendant and Ice is the other pendant. Okay, ARabidWombat into Spike Cave. Gonna have basically just enough magic to get through here.
That was a close one. Or a piece of love.
Alright, ARabidWombat now avoiding going into main Dark World for a while, but now gonna head to, I'm assuming this is going to be a play into Village of Outcasts area. And Skull Woods and stuff.
Makes sense, makes sense.
We still can't beat Skull Woods. Logically, you need the Fire Rod, because you can't get into the back without it. I keep forgetting that this is not entrance. We've been having a bunch of entrants in this game, or in this particular tournament. It feels pretty good. Yeah, if you get sniped while fake flippering or water walking, and you have a fairy, you will get revived in a fake flipper state with the fairy. Alright, so Tenit now heading over to the Hype Cave area.
So, and pendants are confirmed, as you called it.
Alright, so we've got chest game with, there's another 300. I think that's 4 out of 5, maybe all of them. I'm not sure.
I haven't counted.
Hey, there's a sword in Hype Cave. That's important.
Yes.
And the single arrow, which is also just as important, and by that I mean not even close.
Do you know which sprite is Tenit using?
I mean, I'm not entirely certain. Yeah, I'm not sure what that sprite is, but I'm sure somebody can tell us. Alright, so Stumpsman, hey, has the red cane to Samaria.
And we know we need it.
Yep, gotta beat both Turtle Rock and Misery Mire, both of which require that. And hey, look, more bombs!
I'm surprised. And even more bombs.
Tenit going for the dig game here. We've got the mirror. Hello.
Oh, nice.
So that will get us access to those flippers once we get the Titans.
Just want to say we need mids to get access to Hookshot Cave.
Mm-hmm. Right now, ARabidWombat is working his way through Thieves Town. Thieves Town is a bit of a pain right now with no sword.
Yes, it is, but
Hey! Sorry, go ahead.
What was there?
That was the Quake Medallion sitting there in K45, Grove Cave.
Yeah, yes. So this will mean we don't care about any medallions on Maya or TR.
Yep. So really all we need for Turtle Rock at this point is the mitts so we can get there, and the 2 rods.
Yes.
Might want another sword.
So, and for Wombat it makes sense to clear TR, because we know it's green pendant and we can turn it into an additional item.
Yeah, clearing Thieves Town for a green pendant is a pretty reasonable play, I think.
Yes. And of course we got hammered, so we can full clear it. In reason we found a small key.
I think we're only down to 1 item left at this point. I believe
Yes,
there were
yes, we
bombs
are.
and then that red rupee.
And Tenit decides to play front of Skullwoods.
Yeah, front of Skullwoods is good here. You could find vanilla fire rod or French vanilla fire rod, which would grant you access to completing this dungeon. You can
Yes.
that sword. ARabidWombat could not do that without the sword. Right, there's our one of our small keys here in Skullwoods.
How many in there? 3?
Yeah, three small keys in chests. ARabidWombat finds a potion in the Maiden's chest, so that is actually all of the items in Thieves Town at this point.
And this also means, if I'm right, Small Key locks himself.
Yep, never found the small key, so it's got to be in that big chest. So, if you were hoping for 216 out of 216 somehow, that's not happening. Tenit finds just a compass. And the Titan's mitts inside Skullwoods, just where you want to find them.
Ooh, that's nice. Now we get full Dark World access.
Just need a flute so we can get to Mire, you know?
Yes.
All right, Tenit finishing off that Skullwoods area. ARabidWombat finishing off Thieves Town. Looks like ARabidWombat's going to head south, which will yield the mirror here in a second.
Yes, so next stop is digging game. This will mean Miro. Then Stompy K45. K45, you just told it, is a Quake.
Mm-hmm.
And medallion number 3, Bombos for Wombat, is behind Sahasrara.
All right. Oh wow, the mini game theme is from Super Mario Land 2.
Yes, it's true.
It's like the Mario Zone, one of those levels. Well, there's like a couple of levels. It's in several
Yes.
levels all over the place.
Yes.
All right, ARabidWombat gonna go ahead and check out Sick Kid here. I believe we saw that earlier.
So what will he do next? Of course, finishing the Dark World South Shore, which will end into Hype Cave. What mean fight a sword for Wombat?
All right, so Tenit
And
wisely is heading up to the mountain because we know those flippers are there.
And to answer the question, we are listening to the 8-bit big band MSU.
Yeah, Phoenix gave me a choice, and honestly, I didn't even really hear what the other one was. I was just like, that sounds amazing.
Tenit is using Rayman Legends.
Ah, Rayman Legends, yeah. That's also a pretty good MSU if I recall correctly.
Yeah. But of course I agree with you, 8-bit big band is just love.
Oh, hello. One ice rod in Hookshot Cave there.
Okay, so no ice hunt today.
Looking more like a fire rod hunt from where I'm sitting. And also a bow hunt.
Yes, of course.
Because
Tenit on the way to her flippers.
ARabidWombat will finally pick up a sword.
Tenit is not checking TR.
You could theoretically go in and say, like, check the first chest there if you wanted to.
Yes, but I mean it's also an option just to open TR. You know, okay, TR is open. I don't need to take care about that.
Yeah, but I mean, I think the idea is you're gonna have to do that at some point anyway. So if you're gonna just go up on top of that rock for the portal, you might as well wait until you do that when you need it. I mean, again, I'm not an expert. I'm clearly not in this tournament, so.
Yes, but basically when you're playing open or cash boots, you try to do TR at least. I mean, after TR, you just need to go to GT and finish the seed. Okay, green pendant is just $5.
And ARabidWombat will pick up that Bombos medallion.
This MSU is basically chassis. Yes, it is chassis because it's played by a big band.
Yeah, big band music is kind of a thing that was pretty popular from like 1910 to 1930, from 1940 here in the US.
Oh no, the square hole.
Oh, Tenit getting middle hold. That is not fun.
And I think it's possible that we will see here the potion camera glitch.
Oh yeah, potion glitch is absolutely live here, especially since ARabidWombat picked up 2 free blue potions from the fairy.
Yes. And this Moldom fall hurts.
F-Zero and Pod. I can take this. I like this.
And now finally crystal number 1 for Tenit.
Hey, there's a bow in the big key chest of pod.
This is huge.
That's bow locked. Unless there are no keys on the right side.
Okay, when this bow is bow locked, where is the second one?
Good stinking question.
But it's a classic. You find a bow in pot.
So the reason that's bow locked is because it's behind a key, and so logically, the big key chest of pod requires all 6 small keys to be accessible, and one of them right there was behind the bow. So the bow must in fact be that bow is in fact bow locked. Could be catfish. That would be exceptionally bad. Good job.
Can also be swamp.
Also, yes. Speaking of swamp, Tenit is going for swamp here and can basically clear it, so I don't know about you, but I'm pretty much expecting a sword somewhere in here.
Yes.
It wasn't the bridge chest that had the bow, it was the big key chest. Tenit opening up the first chest in swamp, which in your open modes and your open modes is just always the small key, so nothing worried about there. Hey, fire rod and bow. So there we go. Fire rod's in the Dark Mesa pod. The logical bow is the first chest of Swamp Palace, or the first, relevant chest. Is that no mode? Are we done? Well, we need another sword.
We need.
And we need a flute. We need a flute.
We need flute, and maybe we need boots.
Yeah, we might need boots for desert or GT. You're right.
Yes. But this bow will mean Wombat will mirror to Eastern and finish also Eastern.
Yeah, very possibly. Though, if I recall from what Tenit did, the 3 items come very quickly in Eastern, and so I doubt that ARabidWombat actually finishes Eastern. But it would be good to go in there, I think.
The question is, will Wombat finish Eastern because it's a pendant?
Alright. Tenit finds boots and a shield in the flooded chests of swamp. I don't think they did left side. I don't think she did left side.
Nope. We haven't seen left side.
And I would be terribly surprised if she went back in for left side. Well, maybe.
Let me look on her tracker. How many items are left in swamp?
It might be 1. Yeah, I don't think we've seen map compass yet.
Okay,
no.
looks. Okay, chat says 2 items left. We also found big key. So
Right.
there are two reasons to go back into swamp. But the boots are huge. So the boots will give us a master sword.
Also, if
Because we know there is a sword on library.
Yep, that's true. But now it's just the flute that we need. Now, if Tenit goes directly to Pod here, probably going to get silvers, so that'll help.
So this will mean, okay, there was a bow in swamp, this will mean silvers are in pot.
Mm-hmm. And
Logically.
honestly, I would probably expect a ARabidWombat. You know, a ARabidWombat will definitely be going into swamp at some point, still looking for things.
Yes.
So probably going to pick up silvers as well. We're not going to have a silvers discrepancy on the boss. I don't on Ganon. I do not think.
And another reason to play swamp is the big red bomb.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you do swamp into pod, and then yeah, German Fairy is on board.
Okay,
Right.
one item left in swamp.
Tenit is deciding to get out of there, and I do not blame her, not one bit. Because left side swamp is awful.
Yeah, it is. And at the most times it can be a time waste. So, Tenit is playing the man under the bridge. This will mean red mail for her.
And there we go. ARabidWombat does finish, does get the third item in Eastern and Bales, which does not surprise me at all. Now, ARabidWombat still needs to get those Titan's mitts out of Skull Woods, but
He got a fire rod, so there is a good chance that he will go to Skull Woods now.
Yep. So Skull Woods is definitely a possibility here.
Yes.
And actually finish it. Though knowing me, if I were running it, I would probably go to the back first. So it's going to be a minute before you actually reach the final boss. Or before you reach the Titan's bits, excuse me.
Did we find both items in the front, or is there one item left?
I believe there is one item left. But I can't remember what was in the pinball room chest. Oh, I would definitely be a little bit weirded out when I find the silvers here in pod. It's like, really? Really?
And you know, when you find this bow, this pot is also accessible for my enemy.
Mm-hmm. Oh, Super Mario Bros. 2 music? Yes, let's go.
I'm also using this MSU on my side when I'm playing A Link to the Past.
One of these days I'm going to learn how to actually do the MSU thing.
What is with you and the MSU?
I don't know. I just don't know. I just don't actually know how to make it work. Yeah, I'm sure it's not hard. I just have to, try.
It's really easy. You got a zip file, you download it, you extract it, and you got a file, and you need to name you random file like this file, and you will hear the MSU.
Okay.
And if you need some help, you can text me on Discord and I will help you.
Nice. I'm sure there's lots of resources out there for figuring that out.
Yes. It is.
What I really want to do is I want to make up lyrics to all of the original songs and then record silly lyrics and have that be an MSU. Nobody will want to play with it, but I'd do it.
And yes, Firerod was in pot to answer the question.
So Tenit will be picking that up rather shortly. And did Tenit not go for the big key chest? Oh yeah, they did. I'm just dumb because the silver arrows are a different icon. Haha. And yes, there is the cape on Moth.
And Wombat knows there is one item left and he needs to look for it.
Did Tenit look at the top of Upper Cave? When she was over there doing graveyard?
I'm not sure.
Because it's possible she did, but I was not looking at the time.
Maybe someone in the chat knows that we seen Bumper a cave or ledge or not.
So ARabidWombat is going to go into the... Is he? Yeah, probably going to go into the front here. Yeah.
And also I will take this time to give a shout out to our tracker Derek Sharna.
All right, we got somebody checking the VOD. It was 20 rupees on the bumper ledge, so we're good there.
Bumper ledge, 20 bucks. Thanks to the chat. We just missed it.
All right, so Tenit now headed for Helmosaur.
So next step for Wombat must be Death Mountain to get the flippers.
Yeah, I imagine that is the very next play that occurs. After checking Bumper Cave, of course.
3 swords in GT is not possible because we saw a sword on library.
Yeah, that is true. There is a sword on the library. So two swords in GT could happen.
Mm-hmm. 2 swords possible, but not 3.
And Tenit into the Helmosaur fight. This will even up the crystal count.
And yes, it's true, another possibility. Wombat can play TR if he wants.
Yeah. Especially after picking up the Ice Rod in Hookshot Cave. That would be nice. Now, if for some reason ARabidWombat decides to go into Turtle Rock first, that will be unfortunate.
Yes. We know where the Ice Rod is.
And speaking of Turtle Rock, I kind of fully expect that to be the next play from Tenit, unless she decides to go to Pyramid Fairy first. I'm guessing this is going to be Pyramid Fairy then. Or not. I could just be making stuff up. Did we get the shovel?
Nope. I don't think so.
Yeah, we did. We got it. Right there.
Okay, then we just missed it.
Oh yeah, go for Library Sword too. Absolutely do that. Alright. ARabidWombat opening up Turtle Rock with Ether. But not going in just yet, so that's going to be very well Very nice for ARabidWombat.
Yes, yes. And he will be happy to see, okay, here was my ice rod, so now TR is full. Clearable, no double dip.
It is a little unfortunate to have to do Turtle Rock with Fighter's Sword, but at least you can take solace in the fact that you've got red mail and you're going to be okay.
And we got two blue potions.
Yep, there is that.
And another possibility, blue may be on that.
Yeah, that's absolutely true. That would be a massive pain for our runners.
Yes. But the thing is, we can't check that because we got no book.
Yep. You just can't decode those letters otherwise, apparently. Alright, so ARabidWombat is going to go ahead and pick up those flippers here, as we remember. Very nice key dash there in the opening room of Skull Woods.
And now it's time for TR.
Okay.
And
You're validating here. I'm on board. Let's go.
I love this version of Gerudo Valley.
Alright, ARabidWombat into the torch room, not having to do the hardest trick of the game. And heading up to the two chests to begin with. It used to be objectively faster to go left side first, but with the advent of Quick Swap, it is now faster to go right.
True.
Got a big key and a small key over there on the right. So we'll see what we find next.
And this is crystal number 4 for Tenit.
Alright. Probably Turtle Rock at this point. Yep.
Makes absolutely sense.
It's the only remaining crystal dungeon you can actually clear for sure. Tenit gonna have a little bit of an easier time with the Master Sword. Oh no. Tenit getting Waffle Housed over here. By the dead rocks.
Dead rocks are just annoying.
Mm-hmm. Yet another reason why the powder is my favorite item.
Yes.
Because get out. Alright, ARabidWombat now headed for the big key chest here in Turtle Rock. You absolutely check it. There's no qualms about that. Did they just throw in Malagania? Anyway. Alright, Tenit also joining ARabidWombat inside Turtle Rock.
And it is entering, Wombat is leaving to Mini Cave.
Yep. Again, we're still desperately searching for that flute. Once the flute has been found, we're good. At least Tenit's good once the flute is found.
And we get a heart upgrade.
All right. Now, one possibility is that we end up finding the book instead of the flute, which would lead us over to Desert Palace instead. Which is a little unfortunate. You'd like to be able to combine both Desert and Mire if possible. The person who rolled the seed would be my co-commentator, Phoenix. Congratulations on rolling this, whatever it is.
I'm not sure what it is.
It's something, that's for sure. Alright, ARabidWombat stunning the mini Helma, and we are on to Laser Bridge. Very much expecting a lamp on here, but I mean, not a lamp, a flute. There's the flute. Hi. Right there in the first chest. So, I think Tenit will possibly avoid getting that. Okay, book. Hello. Tenit will possibly avoid getting both the book and the third shield there, because ARabidWombat got here with a small key. So once Tenit has that flute, pretty sure Tenit knows it's go mode. Yeah, if ARabidWombat loses, that will eliminate ARabidWombat and also eliminate Lana Bean.
So when Tenit wins, it will mean she will be in the brackets.
Mm-hmm. And at the moment, it does look like Tenit's race to lose here, so. So, ARabidWombat's not going to be too terribly far behind, because after this, basically the only thing they could really, well, no, they can do the flute thing. They could avoid Swamp forever at this point. They really do need to go to Swamp to get the boots.
Yeah.
And, well, I guess they don't need the logical bow. And I guess it's possible the boots might not even be required, so.
But we don't know, that's the thing.
Yeah, if I'm a ARabidWombat, I'm going over the Mire area, I think. Just to see if Desert is there, if Desert requires the boots. Checking to see if Desert requires the boots is probably one of the first things I would do. Just because I think if I was a ARabidWombat, I would check to see if Desert required the boots, and then I would get the heck out if it wasn't.
It would make more sense to do Swamp, because I know it's full clearable.
I mean, that does make sense. But I really do like having the knowledge of whether I'm going to need the boots for that. And then if you don't have it, you just treat it like go mode. Okay, right? So you just hope it's not on the Torch and GT, and be happy.
And here we are.
All right. So, ARabidWombat going to head over here, and we see immediate mirror, which makes sense. It's going to check the
That's a
ledge,
ledge. Just $5.
and then he's going inside desert to pick out or to look at the torch. It's the most important thing here.
And if I got the information, desert is boots locked. Go out. Go out.
It might be.
Right side is boots locked.
Depends on if this chest right here is the big key. It is, so the desert is not boots locked. Logically, it still is, but doesn't matter.
Yes. So, this will mean we need boots to get access to the right side.
Yeah.
And
So
we
at this
got,
point, if I'm ARabidWombat, I'm treating this like go mode. And I'm just going to pray that the big key is not on the Torch and GT. But luckily, even if I'm in go mode, I'm checking a few chests in Swamp, especially the ones that are right along the way, and so he'll pick up the boots. Oh yeah, ARabidWombat doesn't have a sword. That's why he's still checking things.
so
Wait, what? You can hookshot the side of that door? Excuse me?
okay.
How long have I been playing this game? Didn't know that?
Maybe you never try it.
Nope. Nice fire rod strats on Landmo, and once again the count of crystals is even.
So, and I'm pretty sure when Wombat finds the boots in Swamp, he will get the Master Sword on Library.
Yeah, you go ahead and go for the Master Sword there, just because it's free. Alright, Bombos is our medallion here for Meyer, and both runners are going to be entering this at roughly the same time.
High five!
The opening cutscene at the same time, at least. What's up? Alright, Tenit into Misery Mire, and ARabidWombat just a few seconds behind.
More than a few seconds. Because Wombat is Swamp behind.
Does still need to do Swamp, of course. But ARabidWombat has done Desert, while Tenit has not done that. So it's still probably advantage Tenit, but I'd say it's probably a little closer than it feels. Okay. I was not expecting a mashup of Luigi's Mansion and Sing Sing Sing, but I'll take it.
And we got a God Maya.
Mm-hmm. I mean, this is one of those times where you grab that chest and just start hovering. You know?
Yeah.
Like if you got the sick hover skills, which I used to be able to do it, but I'm pretty sure I've lost it at this point. Alright. So Tenit into the basement. ARabidWombat also going to just deal with Desert here. Or not Desert, Mire. Tenit with the nice spooky action glitch, and forgot that they didn't hit the switch in the first place. I think, unfortunately, I think the... Nope, never mind. I thought the silver arrows would cancel that, but I was wrong. I know powder kills it. Alright, welcome to Vitreous. This fight is trivial with the silver arrows.
Wombat tried spooky, but it didn't work.
Yeah, it's possible the dash wasn't properly set up. Alright, Tenit with the 6th crystal.
Dash wasn't set up, maybe because he didn't get boots.
Yeah. Yep, that does it. Yeah, you can do spooky without the boots, but you have to use other methods of keeping, like, Ancilla in their slots.
And nice bomb threats.
Oh, and ARabidWombat now applying some hammer strats. Oh boy. Another blue potion used there. Some hammer strats on the eyeballs. Softened them up a little bit with the bombs and everything, so should end up having enough arrows to kill Vitreous here. Yeah, plenty. So I think Tenit went for the front entrance of... Yeah, front entrance of Desert, which makes sense, I guess. Given where you just came out. Alright, and ARabidWombat just picked up their 6th crystal. So, moving on.
Next up will be Swarm.
Yeah, I think he might be going for... Yeah, he's going to go for Mire Shed here. Maybe Checkerboard Cave while he's at it. 50 rupees and a piece of heart. I think that's the vanilla piece of heart chest. Don't remember which one has it.
I only played renders, so I never played it vanilla. I can't tell you.
I just remember doing like an impromptu 100% race at GDQ one time, and there were like 3 or 4 people there who were like, "Hey, is there a heart piece in Mire Shed?" I was like, "Yeah." Oh, I need to go back then. And Tenit just picked up crystal number 7. So I believe we all know what that means.
Put your numbers in the chat between 1 and 22. What do you think where the cheeky big key is?
The Tenit coming over to purchase some potions.
Makes sense, we get food, we got enough money, so just do it.
Yeah, there's no reason to be unsafe.
So,
Always remember to practice safe rando.
and if I
And the dead
remember,
rock again!
it's annoying, it's annoying. And here is Diadox.
Oh, that's a good choice. It's a good choice.
I also using Marimix MSU and as well in Swarm you will hear Diadox.
So when I hear the word Mario Mix, I think of the Dance Dance Revolution Mario Mix that came out. Like on the GameCube. It was ridiculous. Anyway. Alright, so Tenit will be approaching GT soon. We'll be closing off the guests in game here. Of course, you never know where it's going to be.
And when we are entering GT, we will switch to Tenet's audio.
Enjoy the Dire Dire Ducks while you can.
Yes.
Alright, so as long as Wombat opens these chests, it will be go mode for him as well.
Finally, yes.
So he will need to go get this sword. And there we go. Tenit is now inside Ganon's tower. First chest, or first location, is the torch. It's a small key. So.
And of course, we take it.
Absolutely. And we're going left, which is sort of the default strat. Though Tenit might elect to mirror from this room. That is a strat some people do. I imagine they're gonna mirror from this room with that big key in the second location. And so Wise Guy 189 in there with the number 2.
He got it. GG's to you.
Congratulations. You win a lifetime of existential dread caused by randomizer seeds. What?
And you will also get an imaginary handshake from me.
Excellent. Alright, Tenit into the Mimic rooms here. It's Mimic 2. It is definitely Tenit's game to lose here. Tenit, with the win, will advance to the brackets if something doesn't go horribly wrong here.
Tenet's bright reader, no. I'm sorry. But we can ask her in the interview. That's an idea. So this will mean we will see Master Sword Ganon.
Yep, Master Sword Ganon. Maybe Tenit will check some of the chests on the way up, but who knows?
It's also possible that we will get a Manila Sword on pedestal.
That's very possible.
And it's also an option to check the last 4 chests here in the climb.
Yep. So you could have one there, and at this point we've checked enough that I think it might not be too surprising to find a chest or a sword there. Tenit into the second torch room here, or first torch room. Now we're at the second torch room.
Yes. Which one can also be done with a lamp only.
Oh, there's the third sword. Come on, game.
We just talked about it. Okay. We just talked about it, maybe a sword or two in the climb, so here is the answer.
Yeah, sometimes the game just decides to give you a bit of a break, and I'm not gonna complain.
So, now it comes the time for Aghanim 2.
And good old geometry wizard over here.
Yes.
Agonometry, as I've heard it called.
Only a single hit.
Okay, I just scrolled through the list of all the sprites that are up there on the website, and I didn't see it, so I'm bad.
We will ask Tenit in the interview.
Yeah,
It's maybe the easiest way.
you can definitely add your own custom ones as well, so it's not like, who knows. All right. Well, there we go. Tenit finishing off Aga 2, and we are going to the final Ganon fight.
So 12 hits.
Well done with the double spin there.
Yes.
And the 1-in-1 cycle is good. Doing dash strats here, very nice. Yeah, you can tell the Ganon fight here is a fight that Tenit has practiced a lot.
Absolutely. Now we are down to phase 3. And we got the porting bacon.
Alright, one more hit in phase 3 and we're on to the arrow phase, which will be short and sweet, but we will want to light a torch in the process. There we go, torch glitch acquired, and Tenit with 1 arrow shot, 2 arrow shots, and we're gonna light the torch again. This will be a good double if we can set it up, and there we go.
Get your GGs ready.
And there you have it, Tenit finishing with an official time of 1 hour, 21 minutes, and 22 seconds. That will mean Tenit officially has advanced to the brackets. So congratulations to Tenit. That is going to unfortunately eliminate both ARabidWombat and Lana Bean, who had a chance of being in that 3-way tie. So yeah, the last race here in the group will be between Tenit and Zelgadisan, and it's only for seeding in the brackets, basically.
And Wombat for Faded.
Yep, Wombat did go ahead and have a forfeit there. Was not interested in finishing this seed out. Or maybe he is going to go ahead and finish the seed, just not really going to make a big deal out of it. Sounds good. And we are now joined by our winner Tenit and our runner-up ARabidWombat. Congratulations on getting this far, finishing it off, and congratulations to Tenit on making it to the bracket stage.
Also, GG's from my side.
Thanks. GG's.
GG's, Tenit.
Wombat.
Okay, so first things first. What is your sprite?
Oh, it's Satch Bell.
Ah, okay, that makes sense. That's also why I couldn't find it in the list. It's way down at the bottom. Okay, so we got that. So ARabidWombat also both of you did an excellent job here on the seed. Really, what was kind of the deciding factor here was honestly it was getting the mitts when you did Tenit, because you went into the Dark World, got the mitts pretty early, and that led you to go up the mountain and grab the flute so you could go into swamp, and that got you the boots.
You mean the not the flute? You mean the flippers?
The flippers, yes, that were the thing you actually need to get into swamp.
Oh, I see.
So it was a pretty close race. ARabidWombat is actually going to go ahead and finish up the race on screen for us. So that's very well done, even with the forfeit there, just to, I'm assuming, make things easier on the restream, basically.
Pretty much.
Yeah. So yeah. How it was a very close race. We were pulling for you the whole time. I was kind of wanting to see the 3-way tie for second place that could have happened here, but yeah, if you step up and win, you step up and win, and you get the rewards for that. So congratulations again, Tenit.
Yeah, thanks.
So what was your at what point did you feel like you had either won or lost this race? Both of you.
I never felt like certain either way. I think like when Hammer was on Zara, I thought that'd be a pretty bad location for both of us. So I felt like everything before that was just kind of equal. So I felt like it could have gone anyway.
I think the moment for me, I realized I lost is when I got mitts.
Yeah, there you go. That's what we were saying. Mitts being the deciding factor there.
It was just, you went up and like literally everything else was just on the way.
One thing I found was pretty funny is you found the first bow, ARabidWombat, but if you know how the key logic works, which I'm sure you do, that was a bow locked bow.
Yep.
So logically, on Podwiki chests that are the silvers.
Yeah.
And so both of you did an excellent job. So the so Tenit, I need to ask one thing. So when you got the flute, you almost just went off to Trinex right then, I think. What possessed you to keep going down Laser Bridge?
Just in case there's a sword, because
Okay.
Temper would be much better than Master Sword. So I felt like just checking there's still Laser Bridge is quick enough.
Yeah, fair enough. I don't blame you for that for sure. It's definitely a thing. And of course, both of you finding the third sword up in GT, because of course you did, right?
Yeah, we know Master Sword Ganon can be annoying.
Yeah, it's more tedium than anything else, I feel, really.
You said silvers, I guess it wouldn't have been like the worst part of it is sped up, but even then.
Yeah, and you did the whole really that again that the glove play, leading into the swamp play, and that swamp play giving you both the boots for speed and of course the extra sword because of the boots. That was kind of the major issue there. But yeah, I don't think like both of you, you can go back and look at the seed. I don't think anybody made a real huge mistake. There was an unfortunate accident in Spiral Cave. I remember that. But it's not like you went in there intending to die. It just happened.
It can happen, especially in the early game.
Yeah, I felt the seed didn't have a lot of marks for a really long time.
All right. So now I think Tenit, you have the match with Zelga scheduled for tomorrow, or am I making that up?
Yeah, tomorrow. I think 7 Eastern.
All right. And as we know, that's only going to be to affect the seating within the bracket, so you're safe for the brackets now. It's going to be a pretty interesting bracket stage. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, for sure.
Let's see. Is there anything, Phoenix, that you'd like to ask, or anything else that our runners would like to bring up here?
No, I think everything is said. So also from my side, I think everything is said. So I don't have any questions left.
Well, okay then.
Thank you to both of you for calming the race. Thank you to our trackers and restreamers and for making all this possible.
Yeah, definitely shout outs to Derek Sharna for keeping track of all of the buttons, which you do not want me to do. Yeah, definitely make sure you follow the runners here. They're both very good at this game, and if you like seeing good gameplay, you can see that. I don't know how much rando you're planning on playing after the tournament. Might need to take a break, but yeah, might happen.
No, you got the inverted tournament coming up.
Oh boy. I didn't even know that was a thing. Now I need to go look at that. Once again, thank you both runners for putting on a great show. Thank you to Derek Sharna for doing the tracking. Thank you to Phoenix for coming in on commentary, and I'm assuming you're also the one who set up the stream, unless I'm nuts. So thank you to all of you for putting up with me and dealing with my silliness, and of course, thank you to everyone who watched us today here on SpeedGaming 2. We've got plenty more randomizer action coming your way the next couple of days, and then the bracket stage will commence right after that. Thank you everybody for watching. I have been Dr. Bobtastic. I will see you all at a later occasion, and I will leave the last word to Phoenix. Good night, everybody.
Oh, also from my side, GG to both runners. Tenit, to you, good luck in the brackets. Also a big thank you to Derek to tracking this game. And as well to you, Dr. Bobastic, it was a pleasure to commentate with you. And if you want to see more rando tonight, we got another race at 11:10 p.m. Homemade Beer versus Sarubian on SpeedGaming 2. They're playing 80 keys. But for now, I wish you now a good night, good evening, and we see us next time. Goodbye.